Welcome back to yet again another Getting to Know the Artist. I am Wiggles, your host, and we are here with Goreleone and a plus one. Now, I need you guys to do us a really quick favor. I am going to ask them that first question, and after they both answer that question, I need you guys to tell me how bad the quality is. We're having a little technical difficulties, hence the reason we're starting later than original. Also, I needed to eat, but that's besides the point. So, yes, thank you very much for coming on. I hope we can make this work. And yeah, we're going to jump right into the first question for you fellas. And that is, what is your name? Where was you born and raised? And where do you currently live now?
I am Goreleone. My actual name, though, is Michael Corleone. Was born and raised in New Jersey, actually the Seaside Heights area where they filmed Jersey Shore. Uh, so I know how to fist bump everyone. but so yeah, I and Colby currently reside in Valdosta, Georgia. But I'll let Colby introduce himself.
Hey guys, I'm also on stage with him, usually every single show. I think I've only missed one show, and that's because we all have to work a 9 to 5. You know how it goes. So Dead Kid's my on stage name, but my off stage name is Colby and Colby Powers. So it's kind of like Cheese and Austin Powers. So it's cool to me. I'm also a welder, so I like to pursue my metalcore dream, as every child once had growing up in the early 2000s. Um, our goal is to just try to follow our dream and do what we love someday. So, there's got to be more to this life.
Absolutely. As most of you know, well, I know you two may not know, I'm from Indiana. Not originally, I was born in Illinois. Let me know, guys, in the chat, because for me, there's a little bit of a cutout at the end there, but I think it's manageable. Was that overly choppy? Could you hear them very clear, or at least was it tolerable? Or just let us know before we continue on with this interview. I want to give them the best interview that I can, just like any other artist, and they deserve it. So if you could just let us know in the chat if any of us are choppy or cutting in and out, and if anything, we might have to re-answer some questions or something of that nature. Uh, y'all
Now,
good, bro? Steady.
oh, sorry.
Good on my end.
Everything's
All
good.
right. I mean, as long as it's working, we're gonna keep rolling and try to make it happen. My next question is kind of three-part. Are you a juggalo? How long have you been down, or when did you discover yourself, if so?
I
And he
think we
dropped
lost
out.
him.
He's back there already. That's crazy.
There he is.
Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. Uh,
Um, so I don't know if you heard where I was going with that next question, but it's are you a juggalo? If so, how long have you been down, or when did you discover yourself? And then thirdly, would you classify your guys' selves as juggalo rappers or juggalo artists? Some people see a box, some people don't see a box. Real quick, I want to shout out Impede. This homie is freaking awesome. He is very supportive. He shocked the living hell out of me the other day in my interview stream with a super thanks or shout out thing or whatever. So yeah, big whoops to
Appreciate it.
him. But are you a juggalo? If so, how long have you been down, or when did you discover yourself? And do you consider yourself a juggalo rapper or artist?
so, starting off, we were uh doing rap, but we no longer do rap at all. We're actually a metal band now. We actually all the songs that I've ever done that were hip hop influence and everything are currently stripped of the internet. I went ahead and took all of them off. We are strictly metal now. I'm going back to my roots on what we know. But as far as Juggalo goes, oh yes, of course, I am. Colby, he's Juggalo adjacent. I like to say he's there, but he's
No,
not.
that's cool.
But
I'm more of like a metalcore gent vocalist, and love to play guitar and now bass. I recently picked up the bass, and I didn't know it was gonna be that fun, so really liking it. Picking it up
Okay.
fast, so.
Yeah, no, there ain't no like you won. Like that's the love of being a juggalo. We love all kinds of music. Just that question is more pertaining to juggalo rappers. So I guess y'all ain't even got to answer that, or your answer answers that. No, you're not a juggalo rapper. You guys are just metal rock or whatever. So no, that's dope. How you said you discovered yourself when?
Me, I was about, I want to say in sixth grade with my buddies Matt and John, which I actually ran into the gathering of the Juggalos last year when I performed. I actually ran into them after not seeing them since maybe like seventh, eighth grade. And I'm a 31-year-old man about to be 32 at the end of the year, so it's been a very long time since I've seen them. But it was so ever since then I've loved them. They put me on, and they're like, "Yo, here's this fucking CD. I want you to go home and I want you to check it out since you like." Because they knew I love clowns. Clowns have always been my thing, and right. They said, "Yo, go home, check it out. Tell me what you think." I went home that night, sixth grade. Just got home from skateboarding, sweaty as fuck. Put in my little fucking CD player by my window. Kicked that shit that night, and I was like, "Damn, bro, this shit's funny as fuck." And then I just grew a love for the
Oh
clowns,
yeah.
especially with the metal music that I'm doing. It's dark.
And for Kobe's, you kind of like, I guess, incorporate you into the question. When did you like first hear about ICP?
My big brother was big into more like Limp Bizkit and stuff, so I got into Limp Bizkit at a younger age. I'd say 11 or 12. My big brother made like a little punk band because he was in love with the Paper Cuts, but then he grew off into like Limp Bizkit, and then while going through the Limp Bizkit process of learning that, I eventually discovered ICP and learned what Juggalo was through high school. And they were always in my crowd because I veered off into like Of Mice and Men, but veered back into ICP. And it started whenever I really met Goreleone, I say about 8 years ago. And we just kind of clicked, just had the same mentality. He
Yeah,
likes metal and he also likes the Juggalo scene, which I didn't know anything about it really. I just know the music. So,
yeah,
and he's
yeah,
kind of been teaching me along the way. So, now we just want to see what we can make more heavier.
yeah, yeah. That's dope. Um, all right. So what inspired y'all to start making music from the beginning, wherever that may have started from for y'all differently or possibly the same. But what was the switch that made you say, I think I want to do this and actually apply myself and do it?
See, for me, when I was a kid, I even have one of the bands tattooed on me. Actually, both bands I'm speaking about. Um, growing up. I was a very big Kiss and Motley Crue fan, and I always told myself when I was a kid, like that's what I want to do in life. I want to be the craziest fucking band that people have seen of my time. You know what I mean? Just like those bands were. Like when you go back to those times, you got to think bands like the fucking Who and the Beatles were on top, and here comes these weirdos like Kiss. That's what I'm trying to do now, because there's so many people in the our kind of scene, the metal scene, that everybody dresses the same. They want to look the tough guy act, but everybody looks the same. Where's the originality in yourself? Stop trying to copy
Right.
that. Everyone looks the same right now, and do your own thing. And that's what we're trying to do. We're doing the music we love. And growing up, I started straying away from that kind of sound. Even honestly, I started straying away from the juggalo world for a good while, up until I want to say maybe like 2016. I started coming back to the scene. Um, but for about a good solid 10 years, it was the metalcore, deathcore scene for me. So I went to go see bands back then like Whitechapel, Oceano, and things like that. And just seeing those bands, even on a stage no bigger than a fucking bathroom at a high school, and just seeing those places go absolutely insane. I said that right there is what I
Yeah,
want. But I
yeah,
want stage. I want an image on that stage rather than some guy going up there and trying to show his muscles off like he's a fucking tough guy. That's really what I want to do. Is I want to bring this awesome look of like horror movies that I've liked, and the clown and
So, I don't want to interrupt you, but this is what's happening, my guy. One, it irritates me because we're starting to get some people coming in and out. There was like 7 people, and then 5, and I'm hearing the like choppiness again, and I don't know if it's just me, if it is me, or what. And then in the chat also said y'all are getting kind of choppy. I don't know if it's clearing itself up, and I don't know how much of this you're hearing. That's why I turned my camera off to see if that would kind of help at all with it. But that last little bit was kind of choppy for me, and who knows, maybe you're hearing me choppy right now. So I'm just kind of checking.
no, you're good on my end.
everything sounds fine.
I hear you perfectly. You didn't cut out a single time.
Yeah.
Am I cutting out, sir?
I,
Sean? Okay.
um. Hi everybody. Can you guys hear me good? Are we good out there?
I have
Uh,
no idea.
I
I
well,
can't read the chat.
Goreleone show. We do party things here now. I've taken over. Oh wow, there's 2 Wiggles now. There's
Wow!
What? There's 2 wiggles.
he's
Why are
wi-
you wiggling
Wow, that's
everywhere, bro?
weird.
You
I'm
wiggled
I'm like
everywhere.
that.
he's wiggling around.
I hear all 3 of you.
Good. I hope everyone else can hear us, man. This is kind of making me cry
That's
inside. I'm
weird
not gonna.
though. There
I
for a second, it was. I seen me too, and it was like all the sound was great at that moment too, and then it took that other one away, and I think we're back to square one.
It was like, fuck this shit. I'm
I see. I hear all 3 of you. It cleared up, froze up. Give us more, Leon. Y'all good now?
man.
That's
But what
funny.
we love is mainly that scene that we play for. They get a little riled up in the crowd, and we just don't want people paying for a show that you want to just stand there. We want to make you get up and go.
Right, right. Let's just try moving on to the next question, and let's ask, who do you look up to or inspire from in the music scene? And that's dead or alive, current, past, mainstream or underground, whoever. Who do you look up to in the music scene?
definitely one of my biggest influences is the band Motionless in White. I like Villa. But then again, I am into like stuff like anime. You know, Kobe will get more into that when he talks about it too. But we like stuff that has breakdowns. I like bands like Mirror. I like, dude. It could be the worst song ever, but as soon as the breakdown comes on, bro, then it's alright with me. It's alright. It's alright. If it got a breakdown, it's alright, man.
Yep.
I like I See Stars, and if you don't know who that is, man, look up the album New Demon, and you'll see what I mean. It gets pretty lame, and then a breakdown comes on, and you'll be like, all right, I understand. I understand this.
Flipsy
Oh,
said, "Gore, look up to Flipsy."
yeah, Flips. That's my buddy right there. If you guys haven't checked him out, definitely love Flip. I'm never serious. Why am I serious? Panda the Tortoise.
My
I'm
sister is.
I'm I'm serious.
Maybe it's because of me, like looking
Oh,
all. I don't know. Because
I
I'm
look up
trying
to
my
like.
hardest to just like hear everything the best I can. So I'm like staring hard at the camera, maybe.
I'll fucking stare at the camera.
Eh.
You tell him.
See, that
You
came in
tell
clear.
him.
maybe
That's great.
maybe you just got to
I say,
intimidate the camera.
I'll be
yeah, intimidated. Tell her what to do.
I'll smack it.
Definitely Jesse Cash from Era. He's phenomenal. Very, very good. Like he's amazing. He's like a god, dude. You should listen to everything by Era. Old Era. Oh man, it changed my world. That's definitely one of my go-tos every time. Jesse Cash. It's like Johnny Cash, but Jesse Cash, but it's a metal, like hardcore gent metal, like progressive perfection. Mm.
Okay. Solid, solid. Um, hmm. Okay, who inspired what? So the next one's one of my favorite questions, but I really want to. Man, I want to hear it. Like the whole choppiness is killing me, fellas. I want you guys to have an interview like anybody else had. I don't know why we're having this issue. The one I had earlier wasn't so bad. We just had one or two little moments where his cut out or whatever, and his phone was like overheating, and dude put it in the freezer so that it would stop overheating, and then stuff was good. But I'm gonna try to ask you this one and see if I can make sense of it. Y'all in the chat, please let me know. Don't just say yes or you know what I'm saying, like because they deserve to have a proper interview too, and I want their answers to be heard and whatnot. So like, please let us know if it's really choppy or not choppy at all or whatever. But the next question is, are there any current projects in the works? So what's next? Any new albums, just singles, any tours, any one-off shows or concerts or anything of that nature? Just what's next or new for Goreleone?
Yes, damn it. There is more songs. You bet you're rooting to and shows. We got one next Saturday, brother. Right? Friday. Fuck. I
It's
keep
Friday. It's Friday.
Friday. Friday.
Don't
Friday.
lie to these
Love you
people.
like you motherfuckers. Friday. Fucking Friday. Where it's gonna be? I'll tell you. It's gonna be in Duluth, Georgia. You know who's playing? Some other bands. They're cool, whatever. But Goreleone is gonna be there, and that's all that matters. You think music exists, but music doesn't exist. It's actually just different versions of Goreleone under different names. We are music. So when you come to our show and you see us, you understand that what music is. And that's all we got to say about that. You come there, and the new songs are more music which we're all the same person. Did you know that? Did you know that, Wiggles, that you yourself are a member of Goreleone and you didn't even know it? You know why?
Uh,
Exactly.
So obviously, I assume you're part of him. So you go where he goes, and you're not like doing one-off things on your own, or I mean, maybe you are, or whatever.
Yeah, I have a
Um,
other project with two of my buddies from high school that we've been doing on and off.
I gotcha. Okay. See, here's my issue. I heard you clearly, and yours was kind of choppy, man. Chat, did you hear Gore Leone nice and loud and clearly? And I hate to keep doing this, but it's like somebody's punching me in my ear. You know what I'm saying? Like it cuts in and out, and then it yeah, like and then it'll come back and it'll be clear and good, and then it just cuts out again, and then I'll see the little loading ring or whatever the case is. And I guess it could very well be me and not you. Like, how often do you do live streams and stuff? Yeah, he says there's a lag every now and again, but it's tolerable. Yeah, but that's not what you know what I'm saying? I don't want the whole interview to be that. I want them to have a proper interview. I want it to be fluid and, concurrent and not
Well, if we
pausing
have to
in and
end the
out.
live, let's just let them know to come to this show next Friday, and it's going to be a really good show, and I'm excited. We're both excited. Just come out to Duluth, Georgia. There's a show.
See, I heard that. I
See,
heard that. That was clear.
are you pretending? Are you? Can you hear me though? Am I being?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you. Sometimes you get you. Sometimes you'll cut out event like a little bit, but I think we're good for now. But I understand and I
Okay.
agree with everything he's saying. Like and I respect it. So
I love Bartle.
Right. Um. You know what? Let me. I don't know how that would be any better, but let me try to disconnect my headphones and I want to see. Can you guys hear me?
yeah.
Wig, got a question for you.
But
Actually, I don't got a question for you. Here we go. We're gonna take this somewhere else.
Yeah,
We
he's
over this interview. Now we're interviewing you.
I know that's what it seems like. Right.
So that's how things work around here. We kind of come over and we just we do things like this. So everyone that thinks we're lagging, we're not fucking lagging, okay? I
we're dragging.
we're fucking have
Sagging.
there's
Something back.
Bilbo
uh,
Baggins.
dare bring up that stupid fucking movie again, Mr. Powers.
It'll be okay.
No, it won't be.
I don't know. Maybe without the headphones, it might be a little better. I don't know. So let's let's. You said you got your concert Friday or whatever. What would
Sure.
you say? What would you say is your favorite song that you have made that means something to you? Not your most popular song, unless it is otherwise your most popular song, but just a song that really meant something to you for one reason or another.
It hasn't dropped yet, but there's a song I called Halloween Night, fellas, right? And guess what it's about?
Oh,
Halloween.
check
Guys,
this up though.
go on Jeopardy.
You want me to answer?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
You can. I mean, what I mean.
I like
You
Insanity
just
because we got to play our biggest stage ever, and I think it was in Tennessee. and we got to perform that song live for the first time, just me and him, and it just felt like it was right. And we just came out so perfectly, and it had the right bounce to it. It had the right vibe, and they felt bad for making us go on so soon, so they made us redo the set because it was so good, and they weren't expecting it, I guess. So it was just a really good show all around, and we had all the gadgets and gadgets, and the stage was just huge, and it was just a really good experience. And behind the venue is
Yeah.
a drop off of like 2,000 feet. So me and him were like, let's not go behind the venue because it's terrifying.
Yeah. That's
All,
crazy.
all I can say, you've never had so much fun unless you've been to a show Goreleone's been on. Like we did it with Ouija. Uh, maybe like I want to say last year. Um, Not even Ouija himself had a pit going, but when I took the stage, that place went fucking just like the name of my song, Insanity. Like
That's
old
awesome. You
trouble.
mentioned that in the chat earlier. I don't know who. I think it was Impede. He mentioned that song.
My personal
Uh, yeah. I could
We
only
did do a
imagine
metal cover of Dookie.
opening. That's dope too.
We did do the
Okay,
metal
so then,
cover. Sorry.
Gore, you lag on these nuts. At any rate,
That's good.
what what is what is the song that you're gonna recommend to somebody that, sorry, don't know who you are and you're trying to get them hip to your music? Would it also be that Insanity song then, or is there? Sorry, I'm burping. Is there a different song that you would actually recommend to a first timer?
Drag Me to Hell. It's
Drag Me to Hell. Yeah, Drag Me to Hell.
definitely a highly recommended song.
All right. Um. Okay, so if not music, then what would you be doing? Would you be working a 9 to 5? Do you have another passion or hobby that some people don't know about? Or do you think you always would have ended up in the music scene?
It's always gonna be music. It's ever since I was a kid that when they always ask you that stupid fucking question, what you gonna be when it was music, and you think I would have grew out of that? Like, okay, now like I'm like still pushing at 30, man. So even when you get older, don't think this is the end. Just put a mask on and you can be young forever.
Yeah. Yeah, some face paint, whatever. Um, no, that's
Mine would be
a,
skateboarding for sure. I did that for 12 years.
no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Um, yeah. And that's funny because the next question was, what did you want to be as a kid? And normally I ask, was it a singer, or maybe a firefighter or astronaut? But you're saying you always wanted to be an artist?
Always. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to do something with music. It's been my biggest passion in life.
I can agree. Ever since I've heard songs, I could just do them.
Okay, bet. Um, have you ever been to and or played the Gathering of the Juggalos?
Last year, I played The Gathering and performed. I mean, I went and I performed. Jesus, I'm a little high, buddy. But yes, I went last year. It was a crazy experience. It was a very um. But otherwise than that, it was definitely fun. It was an experience. Even if you just don't go there and be a douchebag, is what I have to say. Still respect people and their shit. Don't go there and rob people, motherfuckers with family. Don't be a thieving fucking dickhead.
Right. Last year was great. It was my first year, and I'm not gonna sit here and say I caught your set. I don't know who all I caught and who I didn't. Like, I mean, I remember the bigger, you know what I'm saying, names and whatnot, and then I was just bouncing around high and high on life. So, I'm just keeping it real, man. Like it's impossible to see everybody because they have sets going at the same time, and
Yeah.
it just kind of is what it is. But I do say everybody should experience the gathering because it is nothing like anything you're ever gonna go to in its own, I don't know, element, if you will. Uh, okay. If you could collaborate with any artist that you have not yet collaborated with, and this goes for like somebody on the radio, maybe somebody you think is untouchable, and then somebody at the top of the underground, and then just somebody you haven't reached out to, but you probably could just maybe make it happen that's on your level or a little bit above your level or whatever the case is. Like, who would you want to collaborate with?
Definitely one of my top picks would be Chris Franzak, the vocalist from Attila. Since I was younger, I want to do a song with that. Granted, I don't want to do it about the partying and because that's not really my thing anymore, like it was when I was younger. I'd like to do something with him, and I'd like to do something with emotion, um, just for the easy factor. But I have like a list of people I like to work with. Ron from a band called definitely like to work with him. It'd be dope. He collaborate with the clown. I think I'd like to do a song with a personal friend of mine, and I'm gonna shout him out if he's watching right now. He might or might not be. How about motherfucking Tim Capello? um,
I looked it up. It was Ryan Kirby for Fit for a King.
but DJ Clay. I want to give DJ Clay right now. That's the homie. But yeah.
Hell yeah. DJ Clay's pretty dope. Um, his answers, you kind of stepped out. Is there anybody specifically you would like to collab with? Maybe somebody that'd be like on the radio right now, untouchable, and then somebody at the top of the underground, and then maybe somebody on your level.
I'd say right now one of the tops would be Ryan Kirby, which is the lead screamer and singer for Fit for a King. I definitely would choose him. He's top tier vocalist. I would choose secondly Lee McKinney from Born of Osiris. He's a really good guitarist and one of his own. Is very unique, and he plays with both hands like this, and it blows my mind. And then someone our level. I really like this band here that were called Corrupted Empire, and we played with them, and they were like really good, and I really agree. So
Oh yeah, that's what's up. Uh, okay. You guys, excuse me again. You guys are artists, right? You're intertangled with other artists and stuff like that, and that's pretty cool, I'm sure. But I asked the question: have you ever met anybody famous to you? And me, I have met ICP. I've met Ouija Mac. I've met a lot of artists going to the Gathering and Juggalo events. But I like to use as my answer, I have met Polly Shore. So, you met anybody famous to you?
we covered Limp Bizkit in a metal form, and Violent J himself came to us and said it was amazing, and he shook our hands. We played with Ouija Mac, and he played with Ouija Mac. So it's two or three times now. We played with Ouija, and Ouija's loving it. He likes to scream and stuff too. So he's down. He gets down with it. And who
So
else, bro? We played with multiple. Who else?
like the people I've personally met, the
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what I'm saying. It don't even have to be an artist because Polly Shore is not an artist. He's a actor, comedian.
my let me tell you, I go to art conventions quite often. Hundreds. I've met Christina Ricci, Christopher Lloyd, who is Uncle Fester Doc from Back to the Future. I've met The whole cast of Terrifier used to have a horror podcast. Um,
Your Mustang is signed by Terrifier himself.
yeah,
Bro.
yeah. So I have when I met Matthew Lillard, he sold me his original screen script. I own that, and it's put in away in like glass. I own the original screen script. Um, so it's fucking nuts. Oh, and I have pictures I'll send to you where before Sid Haig died, which is Captain Spaulding from Devil's Reject. I took a picture and dude, crazy. The
Did
list
he?
is
Didn't you play in like a small movie scene with that one dude?
and a movie called Ghost. What's it called? Yeah, Ghosted. Yeah, Ghosted. It's with Chris Pratt. Not Chris Pratt. God damn, what's his
Chris
name?
Evans. Chris Evans.
Chris Evans, the one that plays Captain America. He was
Yeah.
this far away from me. I have scenes where they just like go straight to my face. So
No shit.
I'm like the uncool version of Tier Diaz.
Ah! Yeah. That's crazy. Um, I actually tried to talk to that man and get him on here, and like he's like, "You got to hit me up through my email." The people looking at my like socials, they don't even really be responding like that. And I swear I sent that man an email and still just got no response. But he went on the homie Swills podcast and whatnot, which that's kind of cool.
Go to the show next Friday, Duluth, Georgia.
Yeah, I'm just gonna up and fly over there. I'm sure work will be okay with that.
I know.
I could have free tickets freaking Thursday to the freaking thing in Michigan, JCW and GC going at it. ICP's gonna be there, Ouija's gonna be there. I literally could have free tickets to that, but I ain't gonna be able to get it off for work or have the ride or means to get there. So it's like, oh, that's one of those moments you wish you were, I don't know, richer than you. Well, I ain't rich at all, but just doing better off because it'd be really cool. Um. Okay, so you definitely met some people. Uh, the next question I have is, what is your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple.
Great.
Great. All right. I think you're the first person to say gray. That's a solid answer. Mine is red, black, and then purple is a good substitute for me as well. Um, what is your favorite domesticated animal and a wild type animal?
Domestic violence. Well, I really like. Oh, no, I really like dogs. I have a Dalmatian. That's my buddy. But favorite all time animal, is still back. Like I remember going to the Riverbank Zoo in South Carolina when it first opened its exhibit. I was on the news about it. Yay! But dude, I fucking love gorillas. They are awesome. They'll beat your fucking face in it. Like
Oh, right.
They'll throw the poop at you too. I guess. Uh, Man, that's a good question, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like ferrets a lot, and apparently you can get them to not stink by getting like their
dog,
uh thing
Glands.
removed.
they got
Yeah, their glands removed or whatever. So I mean, I say ferrets are pretty dope, and they're pretty funny to watch them like be weird. And then I guess wild animal. I went up
Mhm.
to Minnesota and St. Paul. I went to the zoo with my family, and there was this like Arctic tiger, and it was just so dope, and I just couldn't take my eyes off of it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it wanted to kill me after I was staring at it for so long, but like I was like, dude, you look so cool. It was just like a white tiger, but it was like a leopard type, but it was white, and that thing was like, I don't know. I was like, I just want to take you home and just Feeding, dude. I don't know what it is.
Listen, okay. Firstly, my domesticated is a dog, and pit bulls specifically. Though we do own a wolf husky mix.
I
And
do love wolf
I do
huskies.
own cats, but they're bobtail cats. Like a cat's got to be weird or unique for me to want it. And our cats don't have tails. But ironically, my wild animal is a white tiger because they're not supposed to exist. And one in every 200 Bengal tigers will have an albino tiger.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
good.
like so beautiful. They will lure you
Bro, I'm
in
jealous.
and they will
Stop telling
kill
me. You're gonna make me sad because I don't know where I'm gonna get one now. It's not. That's not
you.
fair. That's not fair, dude.
Joey's
But
back, bro. He got one for you, bro. He saw Tiger. Now,
I'm going to Tiger King. uh, all right, yeah. Okay, so my next question for you is, what music did your parents listen to, and do you think it affected or influenced the type of music that you're into and make now?
80s hair metal, so obvious. Fucking look at me. Like, look at my big poofy hair. Look at it. Look, I tee it up every day, bro. Like, I'm fucking
Yeah, yeah,
like, can't you tell?
yeah.
We're, we're not Motley Crue. We're the cover band. We're Motley Screw.
All right. Well, I'm the exact opposite of the fam, so it's got to be Sweet Home Alabama. Unfortunately, that's all they would listen to. And then 20 years later, my mom got obsessed with the Black Eyed Peas, so it would be like, what was that one song where they like tonight's gonna be a good night. So that's all my mom would play. And I'd be like, Mom, stop playing this song. Stop. It's just too much.
Um, so then, what's your parents' opinions of like the music you guys are making now? Do they support it?
Oh, my mom's like, you sing beautifully, but why are you screaming? What are you doing? Why are you doing that?
When uh, like, alright.
No, I guess singing more wage war influence. Cody's a beast.
I like, uh, yeah.
All right, fair. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just heard that just lagged a little, so I don't know if you're still talking. My fault.
Somebody's
Your
doing
brother.
right. So,
Yeah, that's
What?
I got a question for everyone. Who wants to play?
who wants the
I
what?
didn't. I didn't catch that, dude. You stop rocking. Stop rocking. I don't know what you're doing right now, but it's making a lot of noise.
Not
It sounds like you're falling down a hill or a grudge is chasing you.
me. That's not me.
And neither of those sound like a good time. Are you good?
Not me.
It's not me.
See, there it is.
I mean,
It's only when Michael talks.
we were doing so good. It was sounding like I was hearing you guys. That's why we were getting through some of the questions, and then just then it like whatevered.
It sounds like
You talk.
no, you talk.
See, you talk, you talk. That was clear.
Was clear. I think we were getting possessed by a box ghost.
Base.
I'm the box ghost. Oh.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask another question then, and we'll try to just keep pushing along. Believe it or not, we're actually, that's what I mean. That little gap, we were getting through some questions. Like, we finally got to the next page, got some of them in there. Now we've been live for 44 minutes, kind of getting somewhere, and then it just decided to be, I don't know, lame again or something.
We'll run it again. Let's see how it goes. What's the next question, my guy?
Do you have any siblings, and do they support your music?
Only child. So his turn.
Yes. All of them support me.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. Um, okay. If you met the younger version of yourself, say 12 years old, what would you tell yourself, if anything, and why?
What suck, dude? You're about that, and you're gonna have kids. You can keep saying, you're gonna have kids, dude. So buckle the fuck up.
Uh, make that pull-out game strong.
Shit. Little words of encouragement to the wise.
You got things. You're booty duty stuff.
Happy. Um. Okay. Do you think the skill came natural, or did you have to learn and like practice, and
Break
then
your
you?
voice and make your fingers bleed. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so for me, it was definitely a process. When I first started, I was doing inhales, which, if you don't know about, truly fuck you up. Not just doing eyes, but like fuck your throat. Um, where you can actually bleed from your throat. Um, so I had to relearn the whole process all over again, and it was like it's a lot harder than people make it out to be. So fucking not that hard to do. Yeah, hard as to go rah 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 rah, and then the amount of practice it takes, and the hours, and the countless frustrations, even up to now, that you'll have yourself not only at a show, this video as well. Like, motherfucker, blow your voice out.
Oh
Uh,
God, we're losing you, buddy.
We had him all the way up until like that point. I'll strain, bro. I'll strain my ears to just try to make it work in hopes that at least the people viewing, y'all watching that are hanging out right now, like, are you hearing him? Maybe he's just lagging for us a little, and we've made it work for almost an hour. We only have a few solid questions left. We got some game questions, and we can get it wrapped up. And hopefully, I really would like y'all to come back still with some better signal, because it definitely, is in and out. But I didn't want to deny the interview we've been waiting to have. So, yeah.
yes.
All right. I'm just going to ask another question and see if we get a better answer out of it, or a more sound like answer. Uh, and it's kind of like a two-part question. Um, but who or what inspired slash came up with your stage name? So sorry, how did you come up with that? And then do you have a logo that is identifiably yours, no matter if it's on a hat, a shirt, a decal, or something of that nature?
All right. So Goreleone, my
Bang.
that's the logo. Yeah, but is it identifiable from other metal logos? No, absolutely not. But because my actually Michael Corleone, like the Godfather. Um, but growing up, everyone's like, dude, it'd be dope if it was like Corleone, like hard stuff.
Cut out. You're cutting out.
So one of my one of my first trying to call myself Goreleone was Fox Game Tag, which it still is to this day, Goreleone. So that's how the name started.
So
Right.
basically, all of his friends thought it would be a good idea to use Michael Corleone as like Goreleone because he always liked horror films and stuff. So kind of works out and suits him very well.
Right, right. The play on the name is perfect. I ain't mad about that at all. Um, yeah. And then and you come up with your own that logo design yourself then? Or did you like outsource it? Did you have somebody do it? Did you draw it yourself or you know?
Now I was a guy sent me designs, and I came up with I picked the one that he came up with, and I love it, and I have no foreseeable future of changing it.
Now, consistency is key for sure. I mean, I would say if you started with it and it works for you, and then people start recognizing that with your name on whatever, then yeah, no, that's tight. My old lady's in the chat, and she normally asks this, and so I'm gonna put it up there, let you read it, or I can even read it aloud, but. Pretty much, she's asking if you could be an animal or a fictional character like a unicorn or whatever. As an example, what would you be?
Fictional character, then I'd be Art the Clown, so I could really fuck people up, and nobody.
Bro, that's a question and a half. Like what?
Well,
Okay.
she does digital art and she draws for furries and different people and whatnot. And when she catches up all her commissions, sometimes she'll come to these and she'll pull from this question and then she'll like start drawing up, a design or whatever. She drew a Ouija as a chibi in a bathtub of blood, taking a shower in it, and he shared it all over his socials. She drew a Clockwork E penis dragon. Um, I don't know. She's done some
Yo,
random
my
stuff.
buddy Taco, he got a free tattoo from the tattoo shop here. They only gave it to him free because he was like, only if it's a dick. So he put a dick in a hard shell taco with fucking toppings and a fucking piercing on the tip, bro. So now we just call him Dick Taco.
Yeah.
Why would
Yeah.
why wouldn't you call him Kako?
Or Caco. That's better. Oh, where you been? I guess if I were a fictional character, oh man, dude, it's lame as heck, dude. But I think I don't know.
No, they don't hurt.
That's a good one. I really like War from the game Darksiders. So like I'd be War. It's pretty cool.
Sound.
Sound.
Yeah, I'm not hearing. I seen you go.
Me?
Wait, it might be trying to. It shouldn't be connecting. I totally. What in the hell?
You what, mate? This shit like I some booty.
Hello.
Hello.
I,
Someone said, "Did the gauges hurt?" Low key thinking about getting some. I don't know where to start though. Just poke a hole in your ears and get bigger over time. Yeah.
like a butthole. Just stretch that.
Like the being the sphincter, like some booty. I'm fucking like you, big fucking mama, your daddy, whole family, some big.
So when I did have my ears, and it's only probably now I could probably only fit like probably 8 in it or whatever. I had mine to zeros. I personally didn't like the stretching of putting the plug in there and stretching it myself. Not that it hurt per se, it was just annoying or whatever. And I watch people blow their shit out just by doing it too quick and stuff. So like man, and then I started working jobs that they wouldn't even let you wear like piercings or whatever in your ears and stuff. So I just took them out or whatever. But I don't know why I could hear you and then poof, it was like no sound all over again. So then I just reconnected my headphones and then yet again I heard you. I don't know, man.
Talk
It's
about
crazy.
me or Goreleone?
You actually, because
Oh,
I've heard you the best this whole time, and then like out of nowhere, it was just like nothing.
I don't even know what we were talking about anymore.
I want to get.
Yeah, I don't either.
I want to kiss.
I think
Yo, do you fuck with mayonnaise?
mayonnaise on what? Oh, it was because of the fictional animal.
Oh, the fictional animal. I think I said War from the game Darksiders because I'm lame.
Oh, okay. Bet. What's up? I'm seeing people even in the chat. What is up, y'all? There's 7 people watching. Please smash that like button, okay? We've been struggling through the connection, but y'all are here, okay? Hit the like button. It's a small gesture from you, a big favor to me and the YouTube algorithm. It gets more people in here. You know what I'm saying? It sends it out. Maybe some people can make sense of it on the replay better than the live. I don't know what's going on, but we're trying to make it work, dang it.
I love everybody, and I hope they're having a good day. I am
There we
not
go.
at the point right now. You don't.
And Wiggles loves you too.
But I want to ask you at home, everyone. This is gonna be a spoiler. What you think about the new Final Destination movie?
I didn't watch it.
Don't. It fucking sucks. Anyway,
You didn't even give him a chance to say it. It's okay. If somebody likes it, you can admit it in the chat.
your opinion will just be massively wrong, but it's okay. It's okay.
Right. And especially if you wasn't born at least in the 90s. At least the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't even know about a real Final Destination. Get out of here.
Oh God, I think. Hold on, I gotta mute my mic for a second.
All right. Maybe it will help it when he comes back too. Alright, yeah.
Ha ha. See, he lagged out. Him. It was fucking him. Here I was.
So yeah, with that last question really, he just pooped out now too.
It was him the whole time. I knew it.
He was the connection problem.
Hey, it can't be my internet. I didn't want to be that guy, but I pay almost $200 a month for internet because I got the top of the line fucking internet because I game heavily. Fucking
Listen, he was talking mad shit, all kinds of shit on you. It was all you know. Your weak ass internet having ass, no signal ass.
Yo,
Yeah, I
wanna
don't
see my
know.
Yu-Gi-Oh collection? I got a big old Yu-Gi-Oh collection. I'm just kidding.
That's his side hobby. That's what he would do if he wasn't in the
No.
music scene. Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's why we beat him
Yo,
up.
we throw Yu-Gi-Oh cards into the audience. I'm just kidding.
Look, fellas, we pretty much made it to the game questions. There are some that I skipped in the beginning because of, I was just trying to get some out there. But overall, we got most of the questions. We are at what I call my game question section, and those go rather quick. It's literally just an assortment of either or. So you guys will pick one or the other. I will give you the answers to choose from, and I guess you can substitute an answer if for some reason you don't like one or the other. But yeah, so these are usually pretty fun. Kind of kicks up the pace a little bit, and then I have a single question and a few fill in the blanks as long as the signal still allows us to. We have decent signal right now, so I'm guessing or hoping we can at least get through these, and then we'll worry about the rest after. So, without further ado, the first either or question is Twix or Reese's?
Twix.
Kobe.
Twix. Twix.
Yeah. Okay.
Twix.
Reese's.
Reese's. Torn.
Chew it over with a Twix. Chew it over with a Reese's.
All right. Summer or winter?
Summer. Fuck the cold. Fuck.
Both.
Both. Ooh. Really,
both.
I myself want to like alternate fall because that's my favorite season, hands down.
You didn't offer that.
Yeah, I know. I said you can put an alternate. I'm gonna start asking it that way. I swear, because like fall's my shit. I mean, I like summer and I hate the cold, but I like hoodie weather.
This 110 degrees is kind of slapping me, man. Whew.
Yeah. Okay. Day or night?
Night.
Night.
Yeah, I'm a night owl. I really hate mornings.
Day and night. Dang it.
That's that song, boy. Truck or car?
What'd you say?
What did I say? I said truck or car.
Ooh.
Car.
I mean, I got a car, but now I want my truck back.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick truck, and because you can always earn $1 with it. In the music scene, you would think you guys are hauling equipment, but you might have like a utility van or something for that too. I don't know. Otherwise, shoving a lot of gear in a car can get crowded and cramped and be breaking shit or whatever, what have you. So
But if you're working a job, car, because gas is affordable.
True, I get it. All right, y'all are taking your sweetheart out on a date. Are you going for a movie night or roller skating?
Going fuck.
Outside movie theater, Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, there we go.
I stick with my.
And then you take her to a convention after that. I don't know.
You just you go to sleep, and then you wake up in the middle of the night. Maybe go get like a ham sandwich out the fridge. I don't know.
I bet you
That's a
20 bucks.
date?
$20. You're gonna fart before you eat that ham sandwich.
Nah, he's ripping one.
Hey,
You gotta assert dominance.
$20.
This is my cheeseburger.
$20 says I've been holding a fart in for like the last 15 minutes.
Let it rip. I ain't gotta smell it.
No, I think if I into a shit.
No, it's turtling. All right. Pizza or pasta?
Oh,
Mother liquor. It's my waters.
First
Pizza.
Pasta.
Hell
Pizza.
yeah. All right. The next one's for your fans. Which are you most active on, Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook. That's the best way to get a hold of Goreleone is the Facebook page or my page directly.
And then what about TikTok or X, aka old Twitter?
Either.
Neither. But you got that OnlyFans, right?
Oh,
Ah, shit. All right. Pepsi or Coca-Cola?
Pepsi.
All right. And if it has to be a Fago?
Oh, dude, Moon Mist, let's go. Or orange. Actually, orange is so slept on. Orange is the best orange.
Orange is like a solid, just for all orange flavored sodas, period. The orange Fago is solid. What I'm really liking right now though is my go-to's firework or cotton candy.
You lost me. Fireworks, dude. We played a show and I had like 4 or 5 fireworks until I got sick before I went.
Dude, if they're ice cold and you're fucking super hot, those things go down like a charm. They taste so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right, you're forced. You don't have a choice. You have to choose one or the other. You either have to make a 3 mile walk in the rain, or you got to make a 5 mile walk in the desert, provided of water and a couple shade spots so you don't dehydrate.
I would just walk through the rain. Not a big deal.
Same.
Yeah, taking the rain. I feel you. I ain't walking in the desert, and I've done walked plenty of miles in the rain. Um, Mexican food or Chinese?
Chinese
Well,
superior. Chinese superior food.
I don't know, man.
Ooh.
I choose Mexican food.
You go eat stuff that looks like dirt. I'm alright.
I mean, I won't be
Oh.
hungry later.
No,
Right, bro. Listen, I eat both. I ain't even a hater. Like, so when we can afford it, Mexican is more expensive. It's like the lower end of eating out at a decent though, because you can go to a place here called El Cablo Blanco, and it's
Yeah.
like I don't know. You can spend like $50 to $60 between two people, and that's me getting one margarita too with my meal, and that ain't too bad or whatever. But if we're on the cheap, we go into the Chinese buffet. But you got it right, bro. You're full only for a minute, and then a couple hours later, you're like, "Oh, I'm hungry."
Yeah. Only reason I say that I've been eating on this place here called Burritos. It's like Chipotle, but they give you way more stuff, and it's only like $13 for the quesadillas are like that, like, and they're like this thick, man. Like I'm just like, took me 2 or 3 days to finish it for $13.99.
Yeah.
Plus you got tres leches afterwards in the fridge, so I'm like, give me the tres
Yeah.
leches and give me my burrito. And it's like,
Yeah, that's what's up. All right. But is it and Goreleone, you still gotta answer. I know you be eating a little Mexican, you just don't like it too much. Is it if it has to be Mexican, is it gonna be burritos or tacos?
it's gonna be
burrito.
cheese. That's about as far as I could go.
All right, I ain't gonna force food down your throat, homie. Um, Surfing or skateboarding?
Skateboarding, what? Man, I beat the
Number three, my lord. Number three.
Yeah. I can't surf. Well, I don't know that I can surf because I ain't never been to the ocean or one of those artificial simulators. I've done like like boogie boards and been pulled behind on a speedboat type shit on a lake, but never to the ocean. So I really wouldn't know. And when I did mess around on a skateboard, I could drop in a half pipe, but I couldn't do no tricks. I wasn't no Tony Hawk or nothing.
It's true.
I think Hawk in a mask this whole time.
Yeah, that was cool. One time we got fed by right after the show, we got fed by some really, really short people. And it was like the coolest experience. It was the coolest experience ever. Because they bring it to you, so you get to wait and watch.
That is
And
right.
they wiggle. They wiggle. So it's like, yeah.
That's my shit. That's my vibe. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Stop. Hold still. Oh, sorry. ICP song for you. Uh, at any rate, the next thing is a random question that I present to you. You are given $5,000 cash money, but you have to pick a store to spend it at, and you got to spend it all immediately. This can be a big chain store that is found anywhere, or this can be a local brick and mortar store home to
Guitar Center.
you.
Guitar Center.
All right, and what are you buying? You just amp or what? A new? I don't know.
The
You can't
best
even get a
mic
good
and the best guitar and the best bass. That's what I can do.
for 5,000. Are you gonna?
I
Is
think
that
it's
a
like sorry,
decent guitar?
that's a lot. I forgot they go up to like $1 million for some stupid stuff.
Well, you
Like
know,
you think
I
a
don't buy them, so I
$1,200
don't know.
mic, $1,200 like guitar, $1,200 bass, maybe like a $500 mic, and then I'll like a $600 amp. Be happy. A half stack with a head. I think I can get all that off Sweetwater. I guess that's a store.
All right, yeah.
I think what I would it would be rough. I got two stores I'd really like to go to. That'd be Spirit Halloween and get everyday home decor, and or just go to Versace and just have fun.
Bro, can you imagine the amount of items you would get at the freaking Halloween store for $5,000? You'd be set for a minute, bro.
You would be my
Versace, I feel like you would buy one item.
um.
I mean, I don't know. I don't. This is what I'm saying. That's rich to me, or it sounds rich. I've never owned a Versace, a Gucci, Bonna. I ain't never owned nothing with a surname like that. I once owned a pair of audio tennis shoes that cost $100.
Yeah. Well, I mean, talking about audio too. That's hilarious.
Other
Sorry.
than that, yeah, I don't know what you can like buy at what you said Versace.
Oh yeah, that's my shit.
Ain't they like a jewelry line? Ain't that what that is? Or is that a clothing brand?
Clothing, jewelry, just Versace. It's a
Oh
lifestyle.
yeah, get your blingage going on. Not D-Town custom jewelers. I can't even talk. Jewelers. I can't say that word. That's weird. Jewelers.
Jewel.
Yeah. All right. So, all I have is three fill in the blank questions, and then I give you guys the chance to do your own outro with shout outs or to whomever you might want to recognize or whatever the case is. I have my own outro that I do, and we'll get you guys wrapped up. So, the first fill in the blank question is my favorite vacation was blank.
Just being young and going to the Jersey Shore.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
I gotta go to Tennessee. I gotta go to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and you can go to like the Guinness Book, World
the
Records.
Ripley's Museum,
Yeah, the
bro.
Ripley's
Sorry,
Museum.
not
Yeah,
to
the
cut you
Ripley's.
off, but yeah.
Well, you go there, and I gotta stay in the cabins and stuff, and then I gotta see bears and stuff. There's like a hot tub and stuff. It's like really great experience.
I've never been there, but I've heard about it. I've watched tons of videos, and I know some people that have been there. Tennessee is it's it's not too far of a reach for me if I had the proper vehicle and the time off and the money to spend.
Yeah,
I'm
$1,000,
literally like
5 days in the
right
cabin.
right. I'm right on the border of Ohio and Kentucky, and it's just the other state over. So whatever it takes to cross state, 12
Yeah.
hours or something. I don't know. But yeah. So that's freaking awesome. I don't have an answer to that question. I didn't get to do a lot of vacations. I would maybe consider the Gathering one of my favorite vacations because it was my first time going last year. and I'll never forget that experience. But as a kid, I wasn't the one that got to like go wherever. Like, oh, we went here on family vacation, or my family took me to Hawaii, or no, we didn't do that in my family. I did, get to go to Six Flags a couple times, but we lived by St. Louis. It wasn't
Yeah.
like we went to Six Flags for vacation,
Yeah.
type beat or whatever. So I like to ask that question. I've heard a lot of cool vacations. So yeah. Um, the bicycle I had most as a kid, or remember most as a kid, was blank.
Probably mongoose. I had a couple mongooses, but I really didn't ride. I rode bikes when I was little, but by the time I was like 10, 11 years old, I wanted to ride skateboards.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was always a skateboarder.
I got you. The first bike I remember was a Huffy Rocket, but the one I had most was probably a Mongoose or a Next, and I had the mags and the pegs on it. And me and my friends would
Yeah.
be trying to do the Chinese fire drills, like jumping
Yeah.
from each other's pegs to shoulders to stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Um, yeah. All right. The last one I have for you guys is the best part about the beach, freshwater or salt for that matter, is blank.
The memories.
Food. I like going to all the food by the beach. All of it.
I've never been to a saltwater beach, so I don't think I've got to experience that. I mean, sometimes there'd be a food truck at a bigger like state lake type thing, but I could imagine that within itself would be an experience. I applaud y'all for giving me real answers on that and not the going like most people want to be like, oh, women in bikinis. And the sights are beautiful, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it's something way more than that. It's literally like being there in that moment, toes in the water, toes on the sand, and just appreciating Mother Nature, being grounded, and realizing you will never beat Mother Nature, no matter how big or tough or strong or famous you are. You can still drown in a teaspoon of water. You know what I'm saying? Like it's humbling. I get that way also out in the woods, going on hiking trails. Maybe that's the inner hippie in me or something. I don't
Yeah.
know, but I really try to be humble and appreciate that. Like you can't win against a tornado. You can't win against a hurricane. You can only hope to get out the way in time type shit. So yeah. Uh, but I appreciate y'all sticking through this. It has been interesting with the connection and whatnot, but it kind of started to prevail there at the end, and it allowed us to get through all of these questions. I hope you guys don't feel cheated, and maybe later on here down the road. At this point, it'd probably be after the gathering. I'm trying to get as many new artist interviews in before the gathering, and then obviously for a week, it's fuck you, leave me alone. But after that, I'll be back at it, and maybe we can get you guys to come back on or whatever too, and have a little better signal at it. But again, I think I said it at the beginning, and if not, we are going to have every link that these guys want you to have. It will be found in the description of the video, their socials, their music platforms, whatever, a link tree, merch website, anything they want you guys to have access to, it will be found in the description of this video, so you can check that out after you get off here or whatever. And I just want to say thank you to all the viewers, people who hung out with us, even though it was a little choppy and whatnot. We really, really appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Go look them up, give them some plays and stuff like that. But if you guys have any shout outs you want to give real quick or whatever, try to get them out. You can do that. And then I close my streams the same way every time. So I got a little extra outro I do or
We'll
whatever.
let Goreleone be the last one to talk from here. I'm just gonna say Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, Goreleone. We got a show next Friday in Duluth, Georgia. Come out and thanks for having us.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucker took what I was gonna say. pitch.
Re-say it. Re-say it.
I was gonna say, show next Friday in Duluth, Georgia at the Sweetwater. Um, playing with some other metal bands. It's a Massacre. I'm sorry, I forgot the other ones. It was just it's been a hectic the last week for us as a band. But yeah, next Friday, please come out. Shout out. Tell you what, if you're watching this stream and you come out, I'll guest list you on the show for free.
That's dope. Mention that Dreadlockjuggalo. Whoop whoop. That's where you saw him. Whoop whoop. That's awesome. I hope you guys have an awesome show. I really do. I wish I could be there. I wish I could attend a lot of shit that I don't get to attend, and this is my way of being part of it. Is trying to actually get to hang out with you artists on a personal level that some people don't even get to have at those concerts because they're just there in a crowd watching a show. They can't afford the VIP experience, so this way they at least get to learn some stuff about you guys and stuff like that. Um, Thanks again. Please, I don't know if you already have sent me all the links that you want shared, but if not, please resend them. Make sure I have them. I don't even care if you send the same links that I may already have, just to be sure. And I close my streams the same way. And yeah, that hasn't changed yet. So tell somebody you love them, folks, because you don't know who needs to hear that. And it could be you that changes or helps them get through that moment, that day, that time, whatever they're going through. You don't know what somebody's going through just by looking at them. When I was 19 and homeless, sitting on a park bench, nobody knew I was 19 and homeless. They just thought I was a dirty kid out running the streets. Nobody stopped and said, hey, I can't give you no money, but I'll listen to you. You know, you got a problem, you need to talk, you know, whatever. There was none of that. So, you know, don't be quick to just think they're fucked up, you know. Ask somebody if they're okay. Tell them you love them. If that's weird for you, it shouldn't be weird, firstly, but then tell them Wiggles loves them and tell them where to find me so I can tell them myself. It's been great, y'all. This has been an awesome interview, even though we had a couple ups and downs. We got through it, and thank you very much, fellas, and have a good night.
Y'all too.
See
Yep.
you.
See you guys.
Worship the fucking devil.